If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Hey.
So I'm just leaving Meet and Eat on Freeport. This is where I've been doing a lot of my editing for the vlog, and it's a great spot. If you haven't been there, gotta check it out. They have great vegan options. I get the Salt, which is really amazing. It's like grilled tofu, pickled jalapenos, avocado, tomatoes, hot sauce. This shit is the bomb. You definitely gotta go check it out if you haven't had it before. I wanna share some tips with you on becoming a vlogger. My buddy Joel, I was watching one of his videos. I follow him on YouTube. His name's Jay Fade. He's also my barber.
What I'm passionate about is helping people. What I do, I'm a barber. We're at the Rich Barber Hair Studio.
He was in my last video. Really talented guy, and what I like about him is that we think the same.
Like, I don't want to get too like woo-woo, like rah-rah, whatever, but you know, we all have our mind, our body, and our soul.
And so in one of his videos, he was talking about how society wants us to be a consumer. They want you to wake up, grab your phone, go on Instagram, go on YouTube, watch someone else's video, and they want you to get sucked into that. But if you want to be a real winner,
we don't want to just keep like, all right, I'm going towards my dream, I'm chasing my dream, and I get nothing from it.
One tip of advice that he was giving was, instead of consuming, think of what you're going to create that day. How can you share your influence?
Everything I create is about, you know, improving every single day. It's even on my shirt, better every trip. But not only that, but it's about sharing the journey. So that's why I focus so much on creating videos and like just trying to share the influence.
It's not how much you know. We all have our own experience, and a lot of people think, well, I'm not unique enough to do vlogs. You know, my life isn't as glamorous as these other people. Start with what you got and start where you're at. You're gonna learn as you go, and you're gonna improve every time that you do something. And not striving for perfection, but striving for progress, and not being afraid to start and take that leap.
Because I know that, you know, everybody can cut hair and make a nice fade and everything, like my guy Joel has a nice fade still, but it's more than that, right? And so that's my goal, is to transition from always being a barber. I'm always gonna love and be passionate about giving haircuts, changing somebody's day. They have an event, maybe they have a wedding or a date they're going on. I'm trying to make them like get that confidence to where they walk out of the room a whole different person.
And it's all about just taking the time and the effort to learn and do it, and learn by doing it. Don't worry if you don't know anything, just start. So here are some tips and tricks that I've learned to keep my vlogs interesting. So tip number one, before you even turn on the camera, take a second to breathe in and imagine that that is not a camera that you're talking to, but it is a friend. So think of your best friend. You're sharing some knowledge with your best friend. You're being your true self, your most charismatic self. People want to see the real you. Envision that friend. Right now, I'm envisioning that I'm talking to Brandon Donaldson or Christian Smiles. I'm imagining Lonnie Louie. I'm imagining all the people that I care about and I love watching this video with support, and it's taking away any of that fear. Tip number two, when vlogging out in public, act like nobody else is there. Because what happens is people don't want to pull out the camera and talk to something because they're afraid of the other things that are going on around them, the people in the background. Don't worry about them. Act like they do not exist at all. And just it's you and the camera and your story. And don't be afraid, because in the beginning I was afraid. You know, it prevented me from getting some of the shots that I wanted to get. Or I thought, oh, it's inconvenient for me to, you know, stop wherever we're going to take this picture. But it's so worth it. Take the picture. Nobody cares. Think about creative ways to do it. Don't care what everyone else is thinking, because you know what? They're just bystanders. You're the one that's creating, and you're the one that needs to have conviction in your vision. So if you have conviction in your vision, you're going to be able to go a lot further. Tip number three. This is a B-roll tip. So if you don't know what B-roll footage is, look at my vlog number 3. The beginning, I get the boat, Tower Bridge, the water, I get boats passing by. This is footage that has no dialogue. It's just capturing the scenery, placing the viewer where you are. So maybe it's trees, maybe it's the couch, maybe it's the chandelier, maybe it's, you know, the grass, maybe it's a flag blowing in the wind, maybe it's a sign. Be creative, things that normally would be boring. Get that because it looks really cool. One of my favorite things is to go downtown and just get local street art, you know, graffiti. Right now I'm shooting with the Canon M50. I have a Rode mic on top. It's a micro mic. This camera is shooting in 4K. It's got a 15 to 45 millimeter lens on it, and it's a really good camera. It's great for low light and it's great for high definition. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and turn that notification bell on. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like always, eat your greens, count your blessings, and be kind. And remember, what you plant, you harvest.